Po sa press briefing ni Presidential Spokesperson Ernesto Abella. Good morning, sir.
I'd like to begin by reading a press release from the Government Peace Panel representative. GPH Panel Chair Secretary Sylvester Bello III expressed sadness over the ambush yesterday of government troops by members of the New People's Army in Sitio Patil, Barangay Gupitan, Davao del Norte. It is disheartening that the NPA failed to respect the unilateral ceasefire declared by President Duterte last Monday during the SONA. Barely 2 days after the ceasefire declaration, the NPA ambushed yesterday government forces, killing one CAFGU member and wounding 4 others in Davao del Norte. Secretary Bello said that he confronted NDF panel member Fidel Agcawili on this tragic incident, and he was informed that as far as he knows, the NPA is on active defense mode since July 26, as announced by Ka Oris. He, however, promised Secretary Bello to look into the matter. The GPH panel chair said that government will await the results of NDF's verification on the matter. Agcawili further said that just like the PRRD, the NDFP is committed to resume the peace negotiations to address the roots of the armed conflict towards a just and lasting peace, as reiterated in the 15 June 2016 Oslo Joint Statement that affirms all past agreements. I strongly reiterate the call of President Duterte to the CPP, NPA, NDF to reciprocate the government's ceasefire declaration in order to immediately stop violence on the ground, protect our communities from conflict, and provide an enabling environment for the resumption of formal peace negotiations. End of press release.
Question will come from Joseph Morong of GMA7 about the peace talks.
Sir, good morning.
Good morning.
Sir, has the president made a decision? Because yesterday, he said he's going to wait for until midnight for the reply of the NDF.
I think this is a development and development regarding that matter. So let us await for the final.
How long is the president going to wait for the NDF?
I don't have a timeline for that, but he's giving a window. With this statement, I believe he's giving a small window of opportunity.
Sir, just last one question on the topic. What do you think is the effect of this incident on the peace talks, the scheduled peace talks on August 20?
I expect that everything will still work out all right.
Follow-up question, Pia, about peace talks.
So, sir, will there be any development on when the CPP will reciprocate the ceasefire if indeed the ceasefire has not yet been lifted? I mean, is there any development on when they will reciprocate?
They're supposed to have to be reciprocating as soon as possible.
There's
So
no like target date or set
no,
date
we're
for
not
that?
setting any dates on that.
Okay, follow-up, Rosa Venario.
Sir, may plano po ba yung government na mag-pull out po ng kanila military troops sa mga NPA-infested areas as requested by CPP founding chairman Joma Siso nung Tuesday yata or Wednesday?
If things work out as planned, if things work out as according to plan, then then there will be a, how do you call it, reciprocal response from the president, from the government.
Sir, meron po bang assurance yung grupo po sa Netherlands na kaya po nilang kontrolin yung kanilang tropa dito sa Pilipinas?
That's what we're assuming, and that's what President Duterte is challenging.
Okay, thank you.
Raymond Tinasa, Bombo Radyo.
Sir, pero yung element of trust and confidence to the other party, the NDF, intact pa ba yun after this parang betrayal, even in insult to the declaration itself of the president?
The onus remains on their side. So if whatever trust there is must be firmed up from their side.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Follow-up question, Joseph Morong.
Sir, I just don't want to assume what the president was thinking yesterday, but can you just walk us through yung nangyari kahapon when he received the information that there were ambushes, that may namatay na tatlong CAFGU? How is the president treating this? And
Well, I think we saw it during his taped response, and you saw how Well, he was, of course, it was a very upsetting news, but he was very much in control.
May follow-up question pa about peace talks? Other issue na lang? Peace talks. Joseph
So yung
Morong.
sinasabi nilang dalawang conditions, set free yung mga consultants, and we're talking about 22 or all 500?
I think the consultants are only a small number, right?
22 lang yan, sir.
Okay.
And then yung pull out of troops, baka kasi magkaiba lang, sir, ng pananaw yung NDF and ng government. Are these preconditions to the government's mind before we proceed with the...
They're not preconditions, not in effect. They're part of, but not preconditions. Yes, but yeah.
Follow-up. JP first of Manila Standard, then Pia.
Sir, until when yung window of opportunity na ibibigay ng
Well,
President?
it's a very, of course, actually, it should not be existing. Actually, it ought not to be there, but there is a very brief window of opportunity, okay?
Sir, last na lang. Will the government pursue with the release of political prisoners as being requested by the CPP?
Let's put it this way. As soon as the trust is restored, then things will proceed as agreed upon.
Meron na po bang quantifier, sir, from the GPH panel or the OPAP? May sinabi na po ba sila with regards to how can we resume the trust? Ano yung
Ito nga, inaantay natin yung kanilang, their appropriate response, as Secretary Bello said.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Pia, Rappler.
So, sir, since last night, has there been any talk between President Duterte and anyone from the left movement about the incident? And is this yung investigation of the left with the NPA
I
rebels,
don't
is this
have-
enough to qualify na they are doing something about it? Or this President Duterte, is he waiting for more of an explanation?
Let's just put it this way. I don't have any updates on what happened since last night, but let's go by this. Okay, thank you. Ina, yes?
Ina.
Sir, sino po pala yung leftist congressman na sinasabi ni President Duterte that he called soon after he learned about the ambush?
I'm not familiar with the actual
Okay.
person.
Sir, and knowing the president, do you think, kasi last night he was firm that
Yes.
if you do not give me an explanation by tonight, he will possibly suspend the ceasefire, basically. Knowing the president, do you think he's actually amenable to maybe extending that deadline, or can we expect that his decision will be announced at least within today?
Well, let's put it this way. The president is a very rational person, and he will do what needs to be done. Thank you.
Okay. Other issue na? May follow-up pa about peace talks? No more? Other issue, Laila Salaveria.
Sir, with regard to charter change, the President expressed his
Yes.
preference for a constituent assembly. How does the palace intend to convince lawmakers to support this mode of amendment, since several of them have also expressed misgivings about the CONAS. They're saying it might become a self-serving exercise.
Well, first and foremost, whatever decisions whatever results will be from the CONCON or CONAS, whatever, it will be to the benefit of the next generation of leaders, right? It will not be affecting them directly. So being self-serving does not really come into play here. Having said that, that's about it. Yeah.
Sir, the President said that he's in favor of CONAS because it's cheaper. What's the estimate?
We don't know exactly the estimate, but according to DBM, it's an enormous amount of money. It's an enormous amount of money, and may affect, for example, the proposed proposed increases and the other projects that are also all lined up. So basically that, and also basically that it's going to cost an enormous amount of money.
Thank you.
Follow-up, Raymond Tinasa, Bombo Radio.
Sir, but the justification of the budget secretary that it's because it's cheaper, is that fair considering the sanctity of its provision of our constitution?
Well, what we're moving towards is federalism, right? And we're all agreed, more or less all agreed, that this is going to be for the greater good. So the intention, in a sense, in a very real sense, justifies the form that it will take. Thank you.
Follow-up question, charter change? No more? Other issue? Okay, Pia.
Sir, in the NSC meeting, was there any more specific instructions to former President Ramos on his mission in Beijing? Like, I think in certain speeches, President Duterte indicated that he might not mention the Hague ruling first when jump-starting the talks. Has there been any specific instructions?
Well, basically this. They're not necessarily instructions, but these are, I suppose, principles of wisdom about how to go about the conversation. That you can start with things that you can agree on, and not necessarily begin from an adversarial or insistent position. So basically, it's a very diplomatic route.
Follow.
Instead of confrontation, it's basically yeah. Go ahead.
So safe to say, sir, he will not mention the WPS ruling since that's not something they agree on.
Come again.
Sir, kasi you said they will begin on things they can agree on.
That's right.
The Hague ruling is not something they agree on. So are you saying that they will not touch on the Hague ruling?
Diplomatically, I'm just telling you that what they can begin with. All right. So if circumstances allow, then they will talk about what they can talk about.
Follow up, Ina Andolong, then Joseph Morong.
Sir, what inputs did the former presidents give regarding how they think the current administration should handle this ruling?
They did have. I don't have the specific. I don't have the specific items, although I did try to retrieve it. But as soon as I can, I'll get it to you guys.
And sir, what specific role will Mr. Rafael Alunan play? Because his name was mentioned by the president last
Yes.
night.
Should FBR not be ready or not be available for the role, for the task?
Joseph Morong.
Sir, kailan kaya mag-start yung mission ni President Ramos?
I think they're just simply they're taking the time to put together a what do you call it, the package. We're not, in a sense, we're not really rushing into this.
Okay.
Okay, question, Raymond? Other issue or follow up? West Philippine Sea.
Sir, can the Duterte administration check those reports that actually those soil or land being used to reclaim the Scarborough Shoal came from the Zambales area? Isn't this a treason on whoever is the official involved there? Can we check the veracity of this ongoing reports ever since?
Well, let's put it this way: President Duterte at this stage is interested in moving forward. Moving forward. And on the other hand, he's not saying, like he said, those who are guilty will also have to face the music. So, but he's allowing the process to take its own rhythm. Okay.
So safe to assume that the president is interested to investigate that this soil used in the Scarborough Shoal is actually from our own land.
It's not his primary concern at this stage, but it will come to play if necessary.
Thank you, sir.
Sure.
Okay. Dexter Ganibe, then Eileen Taliping.
Secretary Mahing to. Sir, yung kay dating DILG Secretary Rafael Alunan,
Yes, po.
magiging tawag dito, kapalitan siya ni FBR kung sakasakaling hindi.
Kung sakasakali. For example, if what's his name? If President Ramos had said no, then I believe Mr. Alunan was also a viable.
Pero sir, yung kanyang 1-year ban ay matatapos pa sa Mayo next year. Paano kaya mangyayari kung halimbawa within the year or any appointment
Let's
sa
assume
kanya?
the best for FVR. Okay.
Eileen Taliping, DWIZ.
Sir, follow up on West Philippine Sea. Do you have information on the reports that some Chinese military are now in Zambales?
Right now, I do not have any. I don't have any. I'm not privy to any report.
Yeah, wala pa pong report ang
Right now,
intel.
ako personally wala.
Okay,
Okay,
thank you, sir.
Okay, question pa about West Philippine Sea. Other issue? Joseph Morong? Pia,
issue.
West Philippine Sea.
Sir, yesterday, President Duterte said that President Arroyo advised caution while President Estrada advised restraint. Could you just give a more elaborate or more elaboration on what they recommended exactly, what they meant by restraint and caution?
Basically, those are synonyms, right? They're all coming from the same spot. They're all coming from the same place of approaching diplomatically. Not, in other words, this still goes. This is not around counter to what President Duterte said. Although we won the arbitration, we will not flaunt it. So we're still. In other words, we're still. Yes, our position is basically that we stand on the ruling. However, we will proceed diplomatically.
Okay.
Yes.
Follow up, Ina.
President Duterte said he thanked former President Aquino for the for filing basically
Yes,
the
yes.
case and winning it for us. Did the former president also maybe give his suggestions on how they should move forward or go
He
ahead?
did give an indication of how to do that, although the details I do not have it right now.
Okay. Follow-up question pa rin. The West Philippine Sea, other issue. Joseph?
Sir, sabi ni yung sa salary increase lang, sir. May detalye ba kung magkano yung first tranche for soldiers and
I
police?
don't
no?
have the detail for the first tranche, no, for the first. Although he did give the assurance that it will be fulfilled. Kaya lang talaga because this year is still the budget of last year, so he cannot really impose upon it. But he did say that there will be incremental increase, and I believe he said that by next month there'll be
So August
something.
15, sir.
Probably so. Probably so.
Follow-up. Okay, Pia.
Sir, just on the Miss Universe,
Yes.
just want to clarify because there have been conflicting reports nga saying that Duterte rejected it and then also that it's going to push through. Can you just clarify what exactly he meant?
No, basically, when it was first broached to the president, I think he said it's going to be magasto. No, his impression was it's going to be very expensive, apparently to the tune of $11 million. That was his assumption, but I think he has been assured this time that the Philippine government will not be giving out quote unquote single centavo, except of course in terms of services, in terms of protection, in terms of security, but not in actual cash out.
Sir, because the last time we hosted Miss Universe, the nag-default, the government ended up paying for parts of it. Is he not fearing this scenario?
Well, if he's assured that it's going to be coming from another sector, mainly private, then there's no need to fear.
Okay. Raymond Tinasa? Microphone, please. Thank you, Joseph.
Just to clarify, kasi I remember the former President Aquino signed an executive order implementing the supposed salary standardization law for the year 2016. So nandito na sa 2016 budget yung first tranche. So hindi ba ito, iba ba yan, yung ibibigay na increase doon sa mga soldiers?
I don't know about the technicality of it, but basically the president simply standing on his word that he will make sure that those who work their part will also be rewarded amply.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Question?
Other
Other
topics.
issue. Okay.
Sir,
Other
may
topics.
info tayo tungkol sa power situation sa Luzon kasi for the past couple of days, I think yellow and naging red na yata ngayon.
About
Any-
the water levels,
Hindi sir, power po.
the power.
Electricity.
I'm not privy to that. I'm not privy.
Sir,
Yes.
Chona, you?
Sir, saan kukunin yung budget sa salary increase? Kasi sinasabi ng Pangulo na wala namang budget. Yung inabutan na lang yung 2016 budget.
Hindi sa walang budget, pero in other words, walang budget to sufficiently cover yung but there are sources of income
Like?
to which I am not privy.
Okay. Questions? Okay nang Malacanang press corps? It's Friday. Okay, I think okay nang MPC. Thank you, Secretary
Thank God
Abella.
it's Friday. All right, see you guys.
Okay, thank you, Secretary Abella. Thank you, Malacanang press corps. Back to our main studio sa Radyo ng Bayan at PTV News.
Yeah.